Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Biscuit Vlogs. As I'm recording this, it is December 15th, and IGN published an article today titled Hideo Kojima reportedly set to open a new studio as he officially exits Konami. So we kind of all knew he was leaving Konami. It wasn't official, but it was official. They basically severed all ties with him a few months ago. We all know how the Metal Gear thing went. They took all Kojima Studio logos off anything, of anything Metal Gear Solid 5 related. And then recently he wasn't allowed to attend the Game Awards. He was visited by a lawyer telling him he wasn't allowed to do so. So we know that Kojima and Konami were having it out, and Kojima probably wouldn't be remaining there much longer. I kind of knew. I knew it was going to happen around December, January, that this announcement was going to come out. And I don't know if I said it I don't think I said it in a vlog before, but I'm almost positive I said it on a live stream at one point. I spoke to somebody who lives in Japan who happens to hold let's say a high-paying corporate kind of a job in Japan. And I was told by this person that the norm in Japan when you're in that kind of a position is that if you're let go from that company, what they normally do is you're forced to take all of your vacation time at once. So even though you're technically fired, you're not fired yet. For whatever the reasons, that's how they do it. I don't know if it's law or it's just the way bigger companies tend to do business there. But so I assumed, and now it would appear that I'm right, because there was never any official. Up until now, there was never an official statement by anybody or, interview with anybody that was saying, Konami's going here and doing this. Nobody knew. And I assumed, and it would appear now that I'm right, that that's what was going on with his whole contract thing because of his silence. I figured around December, January you'd hear it because he probably had a month or two of quote, vacation to take. So now that he has apparently done so, if I'm correct, I still don't know because I am not Hideo Kojima nor do I work for Konami, so I don't know exactly what went down. But it would appear now that he is 100% free from the chains of Konami. Fuck Konami. All right, let's hope they go under real quick and somebody else picks up their properties. But anyways, what seems to be happening is that Kojima is in talks with Sony, which would mean that anything he develops from this point on would be PlayStation exclusive, which is interesting, to say the least. It kind of makes me feel bad because I think, especially somebody as talented as him, I think everybody needs to get a chance to experience his work, and if he's working directly under Sony, that's obviously not going to happen. Like, even Metal Gear Solid 5 was on PC, and it was even on the Xbox 360 and PS3, even though, they were the game was developed for present generation consoles, that is. So I think that kind of sucks, because I think it's very important that, especially if you do see the medium as an art form, like a lot of us do, I think it's very important that you play Kojima's works. I mean, you could still go back and play other things. That's of course true. But, I mean, who knows what he's going to do in the future. And now, not everybody's going to get to experience that. And that kind of sucks. But at the same time, it's still awesome because he's going to get to keep going and developing what he wants. And he's working under Sony, so I'm assuming we're not going to see a Kickstarter for him like we have other people in the past. Other people who've left big game development positions. But I could be wrong because there's been a few examples of companies using Kickstarter more as a gauge to see a fan response, to see how many people would actually buy the game. Not that they don't have the money to put it up. A good example would be Shenmue 3, because seeing as how they announced Shenmue 3 at a Sony press conference, it was likely that he was developing Shenmue for them. Which, to be fair, this is purely speculation on my part. I don't know that as a fact. because I'm not clear on the platforms that it's being released on. I'm saying that's what it looked like, and there have been other examples of that happening, and that's kind of the wrong way to use Kickstarter. First of all, that's going on a different tangent. But if that's the case, it could be assumed that they might try to do something like that with a Kojima game. But at the same time, his name carries so much weight. I don't think they'd have to do it anyway. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'd ever question anything that he did because it's going to sell millions of copies. Because just by slapping his name on the front, it's going to sell millions of copies. So yeah, that is what's going on with Kojima. He apparently is going to Sony. Obviously, Sony does not own the rights to Metal Gear or Silent Hill, so we're not going to see any of that shit anymore, unless, like I said, Konami goes under and maybe Sony picks up the properties. I don't know, but as far as that goes, he's going to be working on something either entirely new or they're going to put him on an old IP or something. But he's not working on Metal Gear or Silent Hill like he was going to. So yeah, that's what's going on with Hideo Kojima. Like I said, I have mixed feelings on it. I don't know how good of a thing it is that he works for Sony. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. But aside from that, I will see you guys on the next live stream.